right, so we've been looking at evaluating operations using standard operations of division, addition, multiplication, and subtraction. Well, we're going to look at some non-standard. Okay? These are just ones that are very simple, or symbols, okay, that are basically taking the place of. So if you look up here, I've got A% B, and this tells me that equals 2 times A squared minus B. So when I see 5% negative 2, all that's telling me is that 5 is my A and negative 2 is my B. Okay, and I can plug it in for this expression here. So 2 times, okay, my A is 5, we're squaring the A, minus, okay, my B, which is a negative 2. Work our order of operations. 5 squared is 25, so 2 times 25 minus a negative 2. 2 times 25 is 50 minus a negative 2. Okay, when we minus a negative number, it's like we are adding. So it's actually saying 50 plus 2, which gives me an answer of 52. All right, so this one here, I've got C $D. And that tells me that that is equal to C minus D squared plus 2. Okay, so my C is a negative 2, and my D is a negative 1. I'm going to plug those in. So C, which is a negative 2, minus D, which is a negative 1. We're squaring all of that, plus 2. So negative 2 minus a negative 1. Remember, minus a negative is the same thing as adding. So we've got negative 2 plus 1, which is just a negative 1 squared plus 2. Okay. Now remember, when I'm squaring, I'm taking the number and timesing it by itself. Okay, so this is saying I'm taking negative 1 times a negative 1. Negative times a negative is a positive. And 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, 1 plus 2 is 3. Guys, key thing to remember, when you're squaring a negative number, it is always going to end up positive. All right, so we've got E hashtag F, and that is equal to the absolute value of F minus 3 plus E cubed. All right, they're telling me that E is negative 11 and F is a negative 3. So I'm going to plug those in. So my F is a negative 3, so I've got the absolute value of a negative 3 minus 3 plus, okay, E cubed, so negative 11 cubed. Move this in just so we can see a little bit easier. All right. So we're going to work our grouping symbols first. So remember, absolute value is a grouping symbol. So negative 3 negative 3 minus 3. Okay, that's a negative 6. Plus negative 11 cubed. So this cubed here tells me I'm taking negative 11 times negative 11 times negative 11, which will be negative 1,331. Okay, remember the absolute value is the distance from 0, and distance cannot be negative. So the absolute value of a negative 6 is a positive 6 plus our negative 1,331, which gives me negative 1,325. Okay. So we're going to look at this last one over here. So G at H equal to 2 times G divided by H minus 4. Okay, they tell me that G is negative 9 and H is a negative 2. So we're going to take 2 times our negative 9, divide that by H, which is a negative 2. Okay, remembering that division is the same thing as a fraction, so we're going to simplify the numerator, then simplify the denominator. 2 times a negative 9 is a negative 18. We're going to do 2 minus 4, sorry, negative 2 minus 4, which is a negative 6. Then we're going to do negative 18 divided by negative 6, which is positive 3. So these are some basic ones that you will see. All right, I'm going to go over a couple more complicated, or more, not necessarily complicated, in-depth ones, where you have a couple steps that you have to do. So this one here says J double backslash K is equal to J minus 2 cubed minus 3K plus 2. All right, and then I've got 2 double backslash negative 2 double backslash 3. All right, notice I've got this grouping symbol here. Okay, I'm going to work this one first. Our order of operations still apply. So I'm going to just kind of ignore this one here for the moment. Okay, it's still there. So this is my J, and this is my K. All right, I'm going to take those and plug in for our expression. So J is negative 2. Then we've got minus 2. Okay, we're cubing that, or to the third power, minus 3 times K, which in this case is 3, plus 2. All right, work our grouping symbols first. Okay, negative 2 minus 2, which is a negative 4 cubed, minus 3 times 3 plus 2. Okay, negative 4 cubed means negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4 is negative 64 minus 3 times 3 plus 2. Okay, we can do multiplication division next. So I've got 3 times 3. So we've got negative 64 minus 9 plus 2. Negative 64 minus 9 is negative 73. Plus 2 is negative 71. All right, so this right here is equal to my negative 2 double backslash 3. Okay, so now I'm left with, so I've done this part, and I'm left with 2 double backslash whatever this is equal to, which we found was 71. So we've got 2 double backslash negative 71. So now 2 is my J, and negative 71 is my K. So we're just going to plug in again for this. So we've got 2 minus 2 cubed minus 3 times our K is negative 71 plus 2. Okay, we're at grouping symbols first. 2 minus 2 is 0. Cubed minus 3 times negative 71 plus 2. Okay, 0 cubed is just 0 minus 3 times negative 71 plus 2. Okay, negative 3 times negative 71 is 213. So we get 0 plus 213 plus 2. Okay, 0 plus 213 is 213, plus 2 is 215.